Wait, is it going? Yes, it is. Wow, I actually remembered to do something. Besides, go to the bathroom and get coffee.
Hey, there you go. All right, well, let's take a look at our matchup here. This is SFSO. We saw them a lot in Clash of the Classes Season 6 and Season 5. And they're up against Sleep, who we saw earlier today do quite well. So this is Sleep on Sleeping Giant. Think about that for a second. All right, so we've got SFSO bringing a gun build Daring. Revenge is in a Yu Yang that is a radar. Tudor Dragon in a Gearing with unique upgrade. Draco is in a Stalingrad with range. We've got another San Martin, that's Mini Bjorn. Reload Spec. Gun Mech is in a Petro with unique upgrade. Silent is in a Des Moines unique upgrade. Finally, Battleships, we are Plasmatic Titan with this Ohio, which is, I guess I would say it's a damage spec because he's got secondaries and guns. And then Yi Wright is in the Montana, which is a sniper spec.
Let's see, for the Sleep side, we have a Daring Aggressive going. Looks like the Alpha. Reload.
Yep.
Accuracy, pew pew build. Ragnar. Interesting. Not running the more radar, because it does have radar.
Mm-hmm.
But I agree. Wait. Yep, I do agree with the protecting engine, because you are a destroyer at the end of the day. Let's see the other Daring at chocolate, because I'm hungry. Pew pew build. And with him, it looks like we have a Marsili that looks a little tank build going on with some pew pew.
He wants all the consumable toys.
Yes, and we have a San Martin. To nobody's surprise, running more radar. Faster, get out of here. Slava, I believe this is our first Slava game of the day.
Yes, it is.
With accuracy and range, to nobody's surprise. I think the only thing we're surprised about is he's on the H line and not the I line.
And he's using Furious.
Is he? Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense.
Uh-huh.
Let's see. Napoli is running typical Napoli with some, the secondaries. The Ohio that just shot is American accuracy with, well, I would say this will be a full secondary build for Ohio because of the module and the captain skills with manual. You never want to give up American accuracy, especially on a 4x2 setup. Petro's running more radar. Let's see. And we already touched the Daring. I think that's everybody.
That is everybody, yes.
So we have dual reversing DDs at Bravo Cap. I'm sure everybody's just as shocked and as appalled as I am.
What Chicago pizza joint did I order from? Sadly, I couldn't get Chicago pizza this time. My wife has a tooth issue, so we went with Domino's just because it's a little bit easier for her to chew than our typical Rosati's order with stuffed crust.
Oof.
I know. Sad.
I mean, Rosati's usually have a very soft crust.
Yes, the problem is that there's so much in there. There's a lot of suction when you eat and stuff. And
it is a thick crust. I do prefer a thin crust. Ooh, Sam Martin is at half out already.
Yeah, you right with the Montana. Just slapped him. Yeah, I like the stuffed. For me, it's all about the cheese. I'm getting hungry, damn it. Oh well.
It's the sauce. Let's just face facts. It's the sauce that really makes. Well, it's the
Yes.
sauce and the dough.
See, I'm so glad.
But for the most part, it's the sauce.
Yeah. I'm so glad to be casting with you, Puddin, because you get it. So many other people don't get it. It is absolutely the sauce.
Right. I'm not from Texas. I understand food.
Oh, God. But anyway.
Let's see. Not a lot of action. Sam Martin was able to heal up.
Yeah, he'll be fine. It'll buff out, mostly. Revenge
Well, at
popping
least
the
we
radar.
hope. I was going to say he hopes it buffs out, because if it doesn't buff out, you're in trouble.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Revenge does pop the radar, so Plasmatic should be getting ready. There's the shells. Aggressive is forced out of the A cap. Dodges all that hate.
I dare to say that's more or less aggressive love. We have enough hate in this planet.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, let's see, to be honest, looks like Sleep is fighting to get this A cap, right? There are 4 ships here compared to the 3 of SFSO.
Mm-hmm.
Which instantly makes me want to think of another saying that is not safe for work, so you figure it out. SF is definitely set up. They're more set up to try, like, once they get B, they're going to control Bravo.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a matter of when they're going to get it. Montana's shooting at the Slava. I think they're both reversing, which is realistically how you want to play your battleship in any sort of comp. Unless you're playing a fast-moving, I like to stay mobile instead of I'm floating artillery platform. You get to your area and you just start reversing, right? Because you can always get out of danger by hitting W 4 times.
Right. Exactly.
A cap is being flipped. Napoli's playing the I saw it in COTS because, you know, we know the San Martin's here somewhere. We know the YY here is somewhere. So let's see who's got their AA on. And everybody's surprised the destroyers all have their AA off.
Makes sense.
We do have a lot of fire going in on the Ohio that's spotted at whatever cap that is, Alpha. Alpha does flip.
Mm-hmm.
B cap is being flipped for SF. YY radars. I can't tell if he picked anybody up.
Yeah, the Daring and the Napoli. Shots coming in on the Napoli. I don't know why he smoked himself up to this position, because now he's stuck trying to do a Homer Simpson and reverse bow on to the secondary Ohio and Yang torpedoes. This just feels bad. Probably he's going to be the first to die. He's going to take a torpedo. There it is. DCP is down.
Go down.
Oh, yeah.
There's too much firepower on him.
That's it. First kill. Going into SFSO.
And to nobody's surprise, Bravo was taken by SF. Which at this point means they realistically need to get C and make something happen over here. You know, you got to get the threat in Bravo to force the Petro to defend Bravo so you can make a play on C. That would be my prediction, but in order to do that, you definitely are just, at this point, telling them we're just going to give you A and everything on that side. You know, you can't leave just the Ohio to defend it. I mean, you could, but wouldn't be the smartest choice.
I agree. It's an opportunity to rotate. You could leave just the Petro to defend it. You could put the Ohio with it. I mean, Plasmatic is pretty low in the Ohio, so maybe they can make something work out of it.
I mean, what I would do is, like, I would leave the Daring Petro. I would get the Ohio, and it looks like this is what they are doing, ready to reposition, but wait until maybe the enemy Ohio dies.
Right. But
right.
I don't know that that's going to happen. Plasmatic using his next TO. Stalingrad Draco used his radar there. Nobody really opened up on aggressive.
Just the Ohio did.
Yep, just the Ohio. That was it.
Which means he has spotted. Plasmatic's doing the right thing. It's just gonna W up to the B line. go dark, heal up. We know the Ohio is rotating, right? I can, you know, they can afford to be like, you know, we can just give them a, we'll leave the San Martin YY here. And have our Ohio rotate over to where their Ohio is rotating over, right? Like, we're going to match battleship for battleship. But because Plasmatic is so far back, he can get some of those shells to come drop in over these islands.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Unlike Sleeps, which is a little bit too close to these islands, it's going to be difficult on his target selection without some sort of gap in the islands.
I think the idea with J-Dog was to try to keep him close enough to where the secondaries are a threat as well. But now he's moving on off, and it looks to me like they're gonna, like you said, they're gonna seed the ACAB. You can see Mini Bjorn San Martin getting into a position to you know, just kind of carefully, cautiously go into that ACAB. But aggressive in the Des Moines, look at where he is. I mean, they're not giving up the A cap. That's the only cap that Sleep has. And you're right, they need to find a way to get into another cap. They're just not doing it.
Looks like they try to push up their Marcelli, and he got punished very hard for it. You know, which means he's got to back off.
Yeah, Grimson is quite low.
SF's Des Moines is behind the smoke, right? This is what no carriers allows to happen is you do not play in the smoke, you play behind it.
That's right.
Which, for those of you who don't know, which actually allows your DD to play just in front of their smoke, which keeps it safe from actually getting spotted and or radar, because most people are going to try to get in a position to radar that smoke cloud.
Right. SFSO's,
right? And oh, go ahead.
SFSO's daring quite low. He does manage to pull away. He's out of heals, though, and his engines are broken. But Doppler just gets smacked by the Stalingrad. He's forced to back off.
Oh, daring SF's daring has no more heals, so he is he's playing on borrowed time.
Well,
but I mean, you have Stalingrad Petro there to radar anything that touches that cap.
That's right. And speaking of, the Sleeps Petro does radar. They want to see what Plasmatic is doing, and they probably also want to see where Revenge is. Revenge quite low at 3K. And nobody could really take advantage of that radar, unfortunately. Torpedoes coming in on the Daring. Silent Destroyer. All skill, no luck, as he goes broadside to Yokno San Martin.
Silent is caught out in the open, going broadside to several ships that can just slap him.
Yeah. Not quite sure what his plan is there. Slava moving up very aggressively, always on fire.
I think his plan is to, holy crap, I need to live.
Yeah, so he showed broadside to everybody, including Slava.
I think there's one ship he didn't show broadside to, but that guy was too busy sleeping. Ha 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 ha.
Jealous.
The enemy is about to win.
Here comes Gearing Smoke.
Yeah, so, I mean, that was a very risky play. I'm amazed that worked.
I honestly don't know why he moved away from the island.
Yeah, I don't either. Draco now coming under fire. Torpedoes on J-Dog's Ohio. A couple of them do connect. Is it enough? Not quite, but dang, did that hurt.
You know, just enough connected to where everybody finishes him.
Pretty much.
He doesn't survive this push.
No, he's showing broadside to the Stalingrad and Plasmatics Ohio. One Defiant salvo, and that's it. So their attempt to take out the Stalingrad failed. Now that Stalingrad was quite low earlier in this game too. Always on fire now is also taking fire. He's probably going to take a torpedo here and go down. His DCP is on.
No, we cannot let him die to a flood. He has to die to fire. It's in his name.
Well, he's going to die to AP right there.
Okay, well, that's acceptable.
As the Montana and Slava trade. Not a good trade for Sleep at this point.
I dare say, I don't even think it was a good trade for SF. Like, why did you have to, like, I think your Montana didn't even need to die there. Like, sadly, I
No.
wasn't paying enough attention, but
How dare you, sir?
I mean, at least it was a trade for SF, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
Slava's dead, your Montana's dead. You still have the only battleship in the Ohio, and it's got enough speed to make its presence known wherever it wants to.
Ragnar dies south of the BC area. So now it comes down to who's going to die next. So Nestic takes some torpedoes, some deep waters there.
I
But
think it's going to either be San Martin or San Martin, right? Like a Petro, unless less battleship is paying attention, you know, Petro can easily turn. Like there's enough distance there to where San Martin gets sneezed on by anybody with AP shells. It kind of hurts. Right? You know, Petro's got big enough guns to make it happen. Des Moines as well. I mean, it's Des Moines.
Yep. Yep. Now without the Montana on the 910 line, there's really no way to punish that St. Martin, Sleep St. Martin. So looks like Draco's the next to go down in the Stalingrad. He's being very aggressive.
You know, I question the Goering pushing into sea. Like you get it, you know where the San Martin is. You're somewhat safe. You're on one cap win. Just kite them away. Let Petro do Petro things and just sit there and be like, come
There it
get
is.
me. As Stalingrad finishes off the Petro.
Yeah, Draco manages to take him down and live at the same time. He was quite low, but he made it work. And once again, Team Alpha is our winner. Congratulations, SFSO.